Hi, my name is Abdul Sabur. I'm the founder of Priv0. I have been working in the field of cybersecurity for about 20 years. During these years, I've had the privilege to work with various enterprise organizations, including the financial, telco, and government sectors. Uh, since my key strengths revolve around cyber offense, cyber defense, implementing information security management systems, cybersecurity audits, cybersecurity regulations, etc., I've always involved in developing the Priv0's cyber defense framework of well-reputed organizations. If I can assist them, or my team can assist them, in assessing their security operations center or cyber defense centers against the international laws, standards, frameworks, where the board of directors would be able to have a clear understanding of how mature their SOC is. Unfortunately, there is none that addresses their concern. Since the demand was high, our team brainstormed extensively with the security leadership of our prospect organization. We were able to visualize a structural, risk-based approach in addressing the required pain points that can drive their organizations in mitigating all these threats and risks that are now visible to them. The engagement helped their organizations in realizing the readiness against the rapidly emerging cyber threats. This was vital in developing a clear roadmap for them. These organizations can now ensure that they have the right cyber defense governance in place, which is complemented by the coverage of adversaries and tactics that help them have a better cyber posture. Another blind spot was the cyber task force, where they are now able to have a granular approach towards the capabilities and skill set for their teams, not leaving behind the architectural view. They're now having a better understanding on utilization of various components that were poorly implemented or even missed out during the strategy discussions and implementation. We wanted to provide a bird's eye view to the C-level executives as well as the business owners, where they are going to have a better understanding of how well their defenses are working, whether their protective measures are in place as per their expectations, and even if their expectations were inadequately set in the first place. As a value add, we were able to project their maturity and were able to highlight even the utilization of their major components according to the plan.
My name is Mohammed Samir, the co-founder of Priv0 with an extensive experience of implementing international standards. I have been involved in information security field for about 12 years. Since my key strengths revolve around the people's domain, governance, implementing information security management systems, and auditing, I was also involved in developing the Priv0 cyber defense framework and managed the rollout of work programs for clients. To stay ahead of the game, deploying the required proactive countermeasures held equal importance for the resources to be skilled with those technologies and managing them on a real-time basis. This has not only supported them sustain the challenges that come with the role, but also strengthen their organizations in dealing and neutralizing the cyber threats. Moving along the expectation and aim of the SOC teams in identifying, analyzing, and reacting to cyber threats using a reliable set of processes and technology solutions. Our framework assesses a wide and granular range of the skills and abilities to ensure the competence of employed task force in order to deliver the right job and role. Not only should the team be knowledgeable and skilled, equipped with past experiences in responding to advanced persistent threats and related adversaries, but also coordinate with relevant stakeholders in disseminating the required information to relevant groups. The framework, as a true value add in the domain of cyber task force, provides the organizations with the correct succession plan. Additionally, the framework assisted them in developing the career roadmap for the cyber defense teams, supported these organizations in retaining their top performing resources, hence improvising on the overall ROI. The security operations or the cyber defense team should also be able to understand relevant legal and regulatory implications and coordinate with the relevant authorities. The cyber defense framework is structured in a manner that provides the right foundation for operational excellence, driven by well-designed and executed processes, good governance, capable individuals, and a constant drive for continual improvement to stay ahead of the cyber menace.
I am the subject matter expert for cyber defense governance. I have been involved in information security field for about 18 years. During these years, I have had the privilege to work with many enterprise organizations. Since my key strengths revolve around governance, risk management, implementing information security management systems, and cyber defense, I was involved in developing the Priv0 cyber defense framework. Most of the clients share concerns about their SOC organizational structure and alignment with the business strategy. They also face the challenge to define the roadmap to protect the sensitive data. Cyber threats are constantly evolving, which is why having an adaptive approach to cyber defense is required. They needed to address the cyber risks pertaining to the security operations centers, where they have better view on cyber risks by regularly monitoring and managing them. This has helped inevitably in the making informed decisions. Cyber defense framework helps the organization to establish and maintain a framework and structure to provide assurance that cybersecurity strategies are aligned to support business objectives. Developing the right set of KPIs and whether it is, if they are met, the appropriate set of responsibilities for all levels, especially including executive management, to provide the strategic decisions. Security events are managed in such a way that limit the damage and reduces discovery and recovery time for causes. Security compliance activities are performed to ensure the processes are aligned and operating effectively as required by the business, regulatory requirements, and stakeholders. Teams in the SOC are trained on these current processes as well as the new threats are being evolved.
Hello, my name is Syed Fahad Hassan, and I am the subject matter expert for cybersecurity, and I've been in this field for the past 14 years. Since my key strengths revolved around payment card industry, NIST, ISO 27001, and cybersecurity engagements. I was also involved in developing the Priv0 cyber defense framework. Each domain is the foundation pillar of the framework, governance. Clients can carry a different aspect of security operations, which mainly highlights the core essence of planning and laying out the plan of action, preparing for known and zero-day attacks. The anticipation to formulate the monitoring and compliance, along with incident handling and improving on their current state to expand their efforts, take bolder steps, and to combat cyber threats. Risk and compliance. The organization needed to thoroughly in defining and formalizing the risk and compliance operating methodology to achieve accountability and oversight, manage communication, and guide timely interactions in developing the procedures for the security. With our approach, we're able to intelligently access and gauge the resources and process that represented a common pitfall that can jeopardize the success of the operation. Adversaries and tactics. Having a rich set of controls and defining a strategy based on principles of defense in depth help ensure that the framework deals with the strategic level controls, which delivers the competency helping maintain the security and privacy of customers' infrastructure environment, keeping the threat level monitoring, balancing the red teaming level tactics. Cyber defense frameworks bring together the cyber defense strength and approach to combat cyber adversaries and large-scale factors of glitches. Getting the first-level information from the threat management purview amplifies the level of effort in getting to know the adverse effect within the defense posture. Architecture. To manage events that aligns to business priorities and assess the true risk to the organization. The cyber defense framework needs a well-maintained structure and architecture which includes criticality of supported business operations. Architecture touches the ability of the organization to respond swiftly, capturing the logs of the events, raising alerts, and reporting the utmost professional level that overall define the success of cyber defense. For example, investigating all activities that seemingly deviate from the norm is inefficient and costly. This can assist such resolution based on business improvisation. Thank you.